Deuteronomy 28:1. Matter of fact, just go to 28:15. We gotta understand this Bible is for us, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This Bible is dedicated to you. The greatest book on earth is dedicated to you. Read.
Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass.
Right there, key words. But it shall come to pass. What's your nationality, sis? But it shall come to pass. A lot of people say African, black, and all that. Those are bywords. What does African mean? What does black mean? That's not where you come from. Read.
But it shall come to pass.
The Bible has prophecy. There's no other book in this world that has prophecy. The Quran has no prophecy.
That's right.
The Book of Gilgamesh and any of these foolish religious books has no prophecy.
That's right.
But this right here is going to tell you your history. Sis, what's your nationality? What's your nationality, sister? Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Do you think we cursed as a people? Come here, sis. Tell me why we cursed as a people. Right. Right. You're right, sis. And it's a good thing that you noticed that. Because exactly.
We got people shooting people just for wearing red, blue, and black.
Exactly. Let me read to you why though. You know about the Bible, right? You know the book is addressed to a people called Israel? All right, so who is the people in Israel today?
The people of Israel, basically gang members,
What?
I guess. Just
Yes,
saying.
but I'll ask you this. What's your nationality? What's your nationality according to your dad?
According to my dad.
What is your dad? Your dad is a Haitian?
Yeah.
All right, give me that sign right here. Look at the sign right here. That's what they called you. Haitian. That's a derivative, etymological speaking. That means hell. Understand that. Look it up. So you're not the people of hell. You're Levi. Yeah, but we see it's according to your dad. So whatever your dad is, you are. Read that.
But it shall come to
I'm
pass,
gonna prove that to you though. Go ahead.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So this book is real great because it got prophecy, sister. Meaning that it says something gonna happen 2,000, 3,000 years later, it happens verbatim. I'm gonna show it to you about your people, the Haitians. What you call the Haitians, which God calls Levites. Read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Now, do the Haitians, what you call Haitians, do they observe all the commandments of the Most High God? Do they do the things in this Bible? No, they don't. They practice voodoo and witchcraft and things like that, for one, right? Right, I'm just saying, though, in general, they're not doing it. Still pig, right? Even though the Bible says not to. They're practicing witchcraft, etc., etc. Read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So because they don't listen to God, all these curses have come upon the people of Haiti and overtaking them. So the earthquake happened, and guess what? They still dealing with that. Do you know that Haiti is the poorest country in this side of the hemisphere? It's the poorest country in this side of the hemisphere.
That's right.
Why? Because who much is given to, much is required. That's what the scriptures say. So your tribe is a very special tribe. God calls you Levi. And your job was to be priest unto the rest of the children of Israel. To show them this law. To exhort them. To teach them this law, this Bible. That's what your people was about and for. By God. God gave you that job. But are they doing that?
Right, exactly.
They're not doing that, sis. In general, right? They're not doing that. Read on.
Curse shall not be in the city.
So I'm showing you, sis, that this book was written to Israel. Curse shalt thou be in the city because they don't keep the commandments. So you go into to Haiti, you see shanty towns, hoods, ghettos, whatever you want to call it, right? Read on.
And curse shall not be in the field.
And what the people of Haiti can find is work. They got a slave from sun up to sundown and barely get nothing to eat. They're making mud cakes in Haiti right now out of dirt. And they're eating that, sister. It's because they do not want to go back to God. So your job is to do what? is to learn this Bible and spread this word, that you are a special people. I'm going to show you all these curses happening to your people. Verse 32.
Deuteronomy 28 and 32.
What?
I know like there are a lot of curses in Haiti and stuff, but like to be real, I'd rather not help anyone in Haiti. Right now we got people in Haiti being killed for doing voodoo, Christianity, different religions. I'm not ready to go down there and get killed.
Understandable, sis. You're not ready for that, but we are.
Only 13.
But listen, sis. All I'm trying to tell you is that's our job. We prophets of the Lord.
Yeah,
So
he's
we
not
go all
telling
over
you
the world.
personally to go. He's telling you personally to learn who you are and to come back to the Most High and follow His laws and commandments. It's the best way that you can help Haiti.
Question I got. Y'all not a church. Y'all not a church.
This is the church. Give her a flyer. She got a flyer?
Yep.
So you call it right now, that flyer. This is church with two or more gathered. There he is in the midst of them. You understand? We go by the Bible. So if you're going to a building and sitting down and listen to a man tell you nothing about this Bible, that's not going to get you salvation. You see what I'm saying? Verse 32. So what I want to do is prove to you that you are God's chosen people. But I don't want a shadow of doubt for you to have. So you know you got to go home to your mom, to your dad, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, nieces, nephews, and tell them, look, we are God's special people. We are not hated. We are not people of hell. Read.
Deuteronomy 28 and 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Does that happen to the people of Haiti? Yeah, they was in slavery. They were sold on auction blocks. See that sign? That happened to them. They had to fight for their freedom, remember? Against the French. Read on.
And thy eyes shall look and follow with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand.
So today, the people in Haiti, they come here into America, and guess what? They get treated very bad. Just like other people that you call black, right? So guess what? The sheriff come knocking at your door and take you from your mom. What your mom gonna do?
My mom is crying, trying to see what is it now.
That's what the Bible just said. All you're gonna do is be able to mourn, and there's no might in your hand. She gonna do whatever she possibly can. She gonna do what the so-called white man tell her to do. You see what I'm saying? That's a curse for another group of people to come take you away from your mom. You understand that? They're not our people. Verse 46.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign.
All
and
right,
for
so these curses are upon us for a sign, because the people of Israel, they lost their heritage. Why? Because they went through this. And they was not allowed to keep any of their heritage. They wasn't even allowed to call themselves by their names. So they had to change their names to what? Their slave owner's name. My last name is White. Does that sound like anything that in Africa or you see what I'm saying? So it goes to show you that we carrying our slave owner's name.
Here you go, brother.
You got a question, brother?
No, I'm just looking.
All
Here you
right,
go.
get a flyer, bro.
Here you go.
Get a flyer. Greatest truth you ever heard. Greatest message you ever gonna hear, bro. Read.
and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
For a sign. So how do you know what street you on right now? There's a sign. That's some signs. So how do you know who's the lost sheep of the house of Israel? Here go these signs. You understand that, brother? So if the children of Israel are lost, they don't know who you are. And I ask you, what's your nationality according to your dad? What you would tell me?
Right, you good?
Your ancestors are African. That's a continent. That's a continent for very diverse groups of people. So when you say I'm African, what is that saying? No, listen to me. If you say you're from Africa and there's different groups of ethnicities there, different ranges of people, Arabs, Ethiopians, South Africans, Sudanese people, Nilotic people that look like nobody else around, different groups of people. So when you say Africa, you're not saying nothing, brother. You understand? You don't. You don't know. So you was born in Haiti? So just like this sister right here, they call you the people of hell. Haiti is hell. That's what the French denoted it, because the French got their ass kicked in Haiti, right or wrong?
I mean, you can call it whatever you want it for.
Exactly, but you calling yourself that. You just you say you Haiti, right? You Haitian. All right, so you're Haitian. You're not Haitian. You're from the tribe of Levi. I'm gonna show you in the Bible. Get the sign right here. See, that's a byword. You see what I'm trying to tell you? You're not so-called Negro. We're not West Indian, which means West slave. We're not the people of hell. We're not the rich port. We're not fertile land. We're not these things, you understand? We're these things that God called us. We need to come back to what God called us, Isaiah 45:4. So just like I was explaining to the sister right here, what my last name is White. That wasn't my God-given name. That has nothing to do with my ancestry, my heritage. How did I get that name? Slavery. That's right. This happened to the people of Israel. This hasn't happened to anybody else in this earth.
That's right.
This happened to us. Come here and get the truth, bro. This happened to us. Yeah, come here, bro. Don't be shy, bro. We all family.
Yo, here you go.
Bro, make sure you read that. Make sure you call that number, bro. Isaiah 45:4. So like I'm explaining to the brother, we lost our heritage. What they said, they beat him until they said what? That name is Toby. He couldn't keep Kunta Kinte because he knew he was a prince. So I
got our YouTube up there too.
From that line and that lineage. What was your dad? From Ghana, right? So Ghana was a major slave port, was it not? What does Ghana mean? No. Look this up. Ghana means garden in Hebrew. Yes, it is. I'll show. Listen. I'll show. It's Jews in Ghana.
I mean, they're Jews
I'm talking about. Listen, I'm talking about
but
us.
historically, we're not Jewish.
All right, let me show you something real quick. The place they call Ghana now, was that the ancient kingdom of Ghana?
No, that's not.
No, it was not there,
It was
right?
named by Kwame Nkrumah.
So exactly.
Yeah.
So who named the coin Ghana? Hebrews, because they was not originally from there.
The Hebrews had nothing to do with the kingdom of Ghana. There was no.
Okay, so what's your line come from?
That's my line. Come from.
Your
I come
tribe.
from
Your
Ashanti.
tribe. From the Ashanti people?
The Ashanti
All right,
Hebrews,
so guess what the Ashanti people protest to? They protest to being these people.
Right. We're not. We're.
I'm
Ashantis
telling you,
never,
listen to
look,
me,
I'm
listen to me,
Ashanti. I was
listen
born
to
in-
me,
I was
listen to
born-
me. That I'm telling you from research, that's what the Ashanti tell.
no.
So
I'm
good, let me
Ashanti,
show you
though.
something.
You're talking to an
Let me
Ashanti.
show
You're
you
talking to
something.
Ashanti.
And you're not the first Ashanti I talked to.
Yeah.
Wait, have patience.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 28. Go back there. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna ask you if this lines up with your people. You tell me yes or no, because you Ashanti. I'm not trying to tell you nothing about you. I'm telling you about history. I'm telling you about historical data. That's what I'm telling you about, all right? Read that, 28:15.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So God said that it was going to happen to a group of people if they didn't follow him and do what he said. Curses was going to happen upon you. I'm going to ask you this question. By historical fact, did this happen to your people? Deuteronomy 28:68. These are one of the curses. Check it out.
My problem is that
No, of course not.
Why you saying
But
this is-
hold on, right? You speaking English right now? Why are you speaking English right now?
Because that's a lingua franca. That's the
There
language.
you go.
Yeah,
So why did it
that's why
have to
I'm
be
reading that.
Why did it have to be translated to English? Because that's the lingua franca.
Yeah, that's the lingua
So how else all my people that went through this and
Yeah.
speaking Spanish and speaking
But-
French?
but-
Listen, hold
but
on,
you trying
hold
to say
on.
that
Give me a
this is-
second.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
All right.
They speaking Spanish. They speaking French. They speaking Dutch. They speaking all these languages that was not theirs.
Yeah.
How else is they gonna come to a common knowledge and understanding of what this is talking about? They had to put it in the lingua franca, right? That's why I say English, bro. So hold on and give me a second. I'm gonna show you that
back,
even
huh?
though it's in English, it's still gonna prophesy about your people. You tell me if I'm wrong. Read.
Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
So stop right there. This is a curse that's gonna happen to God's chosen people. We're special people. Let me just finish it.
You just said the Lord should bring you into Egypt.
Wait.
You were nowhere near Egypt.
Bruh. Wait a minute, bruh.
He's not talking about the country.
Hold on, wait a minute. Bruh, let me ask you a question. When you in class, you go to school? When you in class, and the teacher's giving a dissertation, do you interrupt her?
Occasionally.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I'm that good.
No, you don't. You know why? Because if it's 20 people in there and everybody interrupting them on what they feel and what they think, the class will never get done. Right or wrong?
Okay.
That's not right. That's not, you gotta have some decorum, all right? Have some decorum. All right, read that. I'm gonna let you talk after this, bro.
Okay,
You
all right.
tell me if it's still happening in your people. Got it?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
So this is a curse. The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt. What does Egypt mean? No. Everything has a definition, brother. Your name got a definition. NASA has a definition.
Egypt is like chemical or something like that.
Chemical. No. Egypt comes from the Greek word Egyptos, meaning bondage. You know what I want. Deuteronomy 5 and 6. Listen to
Deuteronomy 5 and 6. I am the Lord thy God,
But I'm come back.
Yup, yeah, no doubt, sis.
which brought
You got a
thee
fire.
which brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
So he is the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Read.
from the house of bondage.
There's no end on that. That's a continuation of thought. So he brought you out the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. So he's telling you that Egypt means the house of bondage. You want proof of that? Etymology. You know what etymology is?
Yeah.
All right, so etymologically speaking, Egypt comes from the Greek word Egyptos, which means, guess what? Bondage. So how real is this Bible? It's the only truth in the world. Now, go back, hold on, what? It don't mean that? It don't mean that?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't do.
So,
I don't
bruh,
know.
so what you gotta do?
I'm not an expert in.
So I'm an expert in this Bible, so just listen. Hear me out. 68. 2868.
And
You
the
go
Lord-
home and you see whether that be true. You got a flyer?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Stop. So Egypt means what?
Egypt means.
According.
There's still an Egypt. That's my.
Hold on,
that's
stop.
my problem.
Stop.
Okay, Egypt.
I ain't
Stop,
mean to come
stop,
over
stop,
this.
bruh, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
If you go to what you think Egypt is right now, right? What the so-called white man put on a damn map and said this Egypt, guess what they gonna tell you at? They gonna say you in Mizrah. They gonna say you in Mizrah, not Egypt. Does Mizrah sound like Egypt?
Islam
No,
is still,
stop.
it's a religion.
The reason why they call it Mizrah,
nationality?
it comes from the forefather Mizraim, which was a grandson of Noah, which that lot of land was given to.
You know about the
So
Taken
you in the land of Mizrah
Look at
when you
Genesis.
see the pyramids. You understand that?
You know about
Bruh, listen
about
to
the
me,
Torah,
bruh.
right?
It's simple,
Torah,
bruh.
books of
It's
Moses.
simple, bruh. When you go to Egypt,
you know how long you been
you
living?
talk to the people there. They gonna
years?
tell you you in the land of Mizrah. Do you
don't
understand?
deal with the Torah?
That's what they gonna tell you. All right, okay, that's it. Just leave it there. So it's no need for you to say I don't know. Bro, I didn't ask you if you was there. I'm asking you what they said. Stop right here.
Like,
Just
I'm
that
saying,
part,
everybody,
right? Go back to 68.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
And the Lord shall bring thee to Egypt bondage. Because we was in bondage. We was in bondage in the land of Egypt.
I'm
So
telling
guess
you like
what?
this,
When
like
you
your
look in the back of your dollar
nationality
bill,
is
what do you see?
Israelite.
A pyramid.
You might have
Because this is the
converted to
continuation of the house of
So our nationality
bondage.
is
What's the
Israelite.
Washington Monument? What is it?
We are the direct descendants of Abraham, Isaac,
What is
and
it?
Jacob.
So what exactly are they trying to promote?
We're promoting,
No,
we're
bro,
trying
come
to
on,
wake
you
up
can't
our
find
people.
something with the word.
We're
It's an obelisk.
We're waking up
Where the
our
obelisk come from?
Are you afraid of it? You know what I'm saying?
From
We're
the
trying to
land
wake
they
up our
call
people to the fact
Egypt.
that that
Showing
they
you this is modern
They
day
Israel.
Egypt here. This is modern day house
And
of
when you read the
bondage.
scriptures, it tells you how
You
we don't
understand
come
that?
into a land
This
and
country
then
was
we
built
never,
on what?
learn to start serving other gods with wood and stone.
That's gonna happen.
Take a look at that dollar bill right there.
Happened
Who put that money
we
out?
in the land of our captivity right now.
So you understand, it's not hard, bro. It's not hard to comprehend.
At the end of the day, bro, we just need to do
So
what
we
we
gonna
supposed
finish
to do.
this for you.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
You know,
again.
And then you
Again.
got somebody to answer to.
Again,
What you
bro.
gotta understand
But
is
this
that
time
what
with
God
what?
is that
With shit.
there's no
With
way
ships.
that you could
The
enter
transatlantic
into
slave
paradise
trade.
based upon your own
You're gonna be
personal
brought
merit.
into the house of bondage with ships.
What I mean by that,
Did that
there's
happen
no
to
way,
the
I need to repeat myself, there's no way that you're going to enter into
That's
paradise
right. Because it
based
got
upon
historical
your own
record, you
personal
can't
merit,
deny it.
based
Keep
upon
reading.
your own personal righteousness. That's
By
what
the
Islam
way,
is.
whereof I
Right.
spake
There's
unto
no- it's
thee.
already
Hold on, stop,
predetermined
listen.
if you're gonna
So
go.
just like the Bible
Paradise
said it
is
was
right,
going to
'cause the
happen,
Most High has
did
the
it not
elect.
happen?
He has
But
the elect.
You just admitted it.
At the
That
end of the day,
happened.
that doesn't
Wait,
mean that you shouldn't do
wait,
it as he told
wait,
you. You know what I'm saying? That's
wait.
what he told us to do, at least in the deen.
Bro,
Right,
listen
no.
to me. I
But
just
what came
explained
first?
to you that this is what we
Quran or
call
the
in
Bible?
America. What is it? What is it? What is this brother's
Or the Torah?
nationality? What you would
I
call
don't
him?
have to go into the whole Bible. What came first? The
He's
Quran or
not
the
from
Torah?
Ghana.
I know. What is
So what would you call him? Stop playing around. You would say he's black, right?
Yeah,
Which is
American.
what?
No,
A
but I
color,
do know it's
a
that-
color,
Torah
right?
changed, bro.
No, black.
But I do know
That's a
that.
lie.
Black is not a
I know
color,
that
bro.
the Bible has been changed.
How you know that? Have you
Years, man.
studied any
The context
ancient
that you're
manuscripts?
talking
I
about.
don't have to study ancient man.
Okay, then. So you
Look
only
into,
know
look,
that
look,
because
look, I'm
of
gonna
somebody
explain
that
something
told
to
you.
you.
Nah, it's not
Black
somebody
has a
telling you,
negative
man.
connotation. White has a
Facts,
positive
man.
It's
connotation.
not fact.
You could get
There's no
10. You
people
could get
that's
10
this color
Bibles,
in
right?
shirt.
You could get 10
There's
Bibles
no
right now,
people
right?
that's this
And
color
open
in
up the
sport.
first
Is there?
Bible,
Right?
and
Is there?
I'll see information in the first Bible. Open up the second Bible and see different information,
Right, you got
different
different
than that.
translations of
And
the
then
Bible.
open up the third Bible and see different shit.
Stop.
So,
Now, hold
You
on.
open up. If I pull out 10 Qurans, you're gonna see the same information.
Hold on, let me explain something. What you
else would you
said,
call it?
of course that's going to happen because you have different
Because no,
translations.
people making up their own things and putting it in the Bible.
I just told you.
No. Let me explain something.
They're innovators. They make up what they want to say. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to let you speak.
They
So
make
you're
up
going to
things
let me
about.
speak, okay? Go ahead.
They make up things about God,
So
man. Put it
listen
in.
to me. In the book of Genesis,
I don't even know why I put
in
myself
the book of
in this.
Genesis,
No, you
Y'all
got
can believe whatever y'all want to say.
No, hold up. You just said something. Let me address what you
You
said.
understand that?
You're going to allow me to address what you said? Or you're going to run down the street?
Yeah, man, so-
So now listen, you said if you take 10 different Bibles, right, and line them up, they're gonna say this, they're gonna say something different. That's of course you're gonna have that based upon different translations. Now when you go into the original Hebrew and the Greek, it's gonna add up. If you look at the ancient
And
text,
the Lord shall
right, they
bring
go
thee
back
into
thousands of
Egypt
years.
again.
It's not, there's no
With
contradiction.
ships.
So the Lord gonna bring you to the house of bondage.
Right now,
again
you
with
mentioned
ships.
you
You said
mentioned the
that happened to the
Quran. If you
Shanti.
line up 100 Qurans, they're all gonna say the same thing.
Yes.
Why is that?
That's it. So if the teacher
You
asks
know
you
why
a
that
school
is?
question,
Yeah, because
yes
there's
or
only
no,
one.
you don't. Yeah,
There's only
but
one
this,
Quran, and
no,
it has to be
third,
regurgitated.
No, hold on.
Information
You should have
has
respect
misplaced
also
You know
the
who
same
from us
Uthman
right
was?
here
You know who
trying to
Uthman
build
was?
our people, right?
You don't know who Uthman is?
Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bro. You said that happened to
You know
the
what? You know
Shanti.
what's crazy? Because every time
So
I
some
come
of
to
these men right here
something
could be your
y'all
people.
tell me the same shit.
Direct.
I need to know. I need
So
to know
let's
information.
respect
I don't
this
need to
school
know.
right here.
Uthman,
You know what I'm saying?
Because you've
according
been learning
to
from
Islam,
I believe there's only one God, and there's only one God worthy of worship.
You said you was gonna let me talk. I let you talk.
Right.
You
Like,
said
So
if you're
let's
telling me
respect.
something that
no,
doesn't make
but
any sense.
you're not keeping your word to me right now.
Read.
I let you speak and say what you had to
By
say.
the
I
way,
didn't say nothing.
whereof I spake unto thee,
Now I'm
This
trying to.
combo not, I don't know, bro. This combo not going. It's not
Let
gonna
me,
get us
let me
anywhere.
explain something. to you.
It's like you
Uthman-
believe something, I believe something.
No, but we dealing with facts.
You gotta give me time
It's not
to
about
answer.
belief, it's about the truth. According to Islamic
by the
tradition,
way, whereof I
Uthman was
spake
the
unto
one
thee,
that
By
took
the
all
way,
the
whereof I
Quran
spake unto
and
you.
burnt them
So,
and
it's
only
happening
established
just
one
like
Quran.
Moses
So what
prophesied
does that
that.
tell you? That tells you prior to
That
that,
happened to
there
your-
were other versions of the
Read.
Quran. That's number
thou
one.
shalt
Number
see it
two,
no more again.
according
Thou
to
shalt see
Islamic
your
tradition,
homeland no more again.
Uthman
Come on.
copied
And there
9 copies
ye
of the Quran.
shall be
and sent
sold
them to the
unto
9
your
copies of the
enemies.
So
Islam.
God said we got enemies.
Can I ask you a question?
And we were sold
Where are
unto
those
them.
texts? Where are those texts at? Where are
Can't
those
even talk to you
copies?
about that.
They don't exist. They don't exist. It's a lie. The oldest copies that of the Quran that they have in Islam, there's 4 copies. And guess what? They don't even have the whole Quran in it, and
but this-
neither
yo,
4
but
nor
the-
4.
the Bible's
None of
been
them.
switched for
No,
years,
you're not
man.
answering.
They
You're not
make
listening
up
to what
shit
I'm
and put it in
saying.
the Bible, bro.
Neither
I told you this conversation
the
not gonna
four
get
the
nowhere,
4 texts that they have of the
Nah, bro, it doesn't
Quran,
matter,
the
bro.
4
They
ancient
switched-
texts that
bro,
they
the
have of the
Bible's been
Quran
switched
does
too
not
many times,
agree with itself,
Bro,
brother.
the Bible's been switched
It
too
doesn't
many
agree.
times,
That's a
bro.
lie.
The
What
information
y'all
not-
saying is a
the
lie.
information is
What
not
I'm
the
saying
truth.
is the truth. What you're
Nah,
saying
it's
is a
not the
lie.
truth, man.
The Bible
It
hasn't been
doesn't
switched
matter.
around.
Yes, it has.
Prove
has.
it.
It's
I
different
have a Bible
information.
right here. I have a Bible in the Hebrew right there. You want to see?
man?
You want to see if it's
It's like y'all
switched
believe
around?
something totally different from what I believe, man.
No,
This is
but
why
you-
I shouldn't even.
you're
No.
framing-
This is why I shouldn't be listening.
but
I
you're-
should not be talking to y'all, man. I should not. I
Why
should not be
not?
talking to people that's gonna give me doubts about Allah or give me doubts about Islam, man.
Oh, because you can't doubt Islam, because you can't question Islam, right?
man, y'all don't
That's
see
what
this
Islam
shit, bro. Y'all
teaches
believe
something
something totally
Islam
different.
teaches you not to
Oh,
question,
y'all believe something
just to
totally
submit.
different. Y'all believe
That's a
something
cult, cult, brother. You dealing with a cult. You dealing with a cult, beloved. You dealing with a cult.
You're a nation of Islam.
Nah, he's a Sunni. You a Sunni, right? You Sunni? All right.
You know what I go to school for? I do this every day. I I build with elders.
Muslims
Been
are
there, been
easy.
doing this for 30 years.
They
You
easy.
see what I'm saying? So you trying to tell me that this book
This
was
shit right here, bro.
written
This shit not gonna get y'all nowhere, man.
What you talking
I'ma
about?
tell
We
you
on the
shit like
move.
that, man.
You know, hold
This
up.
shit
You
not
know how
gonna
long
get
we've been
y'all
doing
nowhere,
this?
man.
You know how long
You
we've
know
been
what
doing
I'm saying? This shit not gonna
this?
get
Since
you
the
nowhere.
40s,
Because guess
brother.
what? At the end
Before
of the day,
you was born.
At the end of the day, we all got something we
Before
gotta
you was-
answer to, man.
I know, but
saying?
what you gotta
When the Lord
realize is that
decides to take your last breath, it's either you
what
gonna
does
go to
Allah mean?
paradise or heaven.
You know what Allah means?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what Allah
We're
means?
not here to do it. We're not here to do history. I'm telling you,
You know what
how it is,
Allah
man.
means?
This shit here not
Allah
gonna get
means
y'all
power.
nowhere, man.
I told you you're an Israelite, beloved.
Come on, man.
gods
You're over here trying to like divert people from
Who is
believing
Allah?
what they. Y'all here trying to divert people from believing what they wouldn't believe, man.
That's what we supposed to
like,
do.
I don't understand what y'all
that thou
got
shalt
going on
have
here,
no
man.
standing
Come on,
image
man.
of stone in your land.
That's
from
yo, bro. Bro.
That's how they're taught.
Listen, listen.
No,
ah,
no standing
At the end
image
of the
of
day,
stone
bro,
shall be in your
At the end of the day, bro, the Bible's been
That's a lie,
changed-
brother. Brother, what
changed,
you
and people make
yo,
up
what
shit
you
and put it
doing?
inside the
You're
Bible.
parroting.
Yo, why you
You're
recording me,
parroting.
bro? What you doing?
Because that's what I've been doing. I'm
Nah, bro.
recording them. What are you talking about?
Recording me, the camera's
I'm,
on you.
listen,
What you doing?
but you don't want me to record you?
Nah.
All right, I'm
And
gonna
guess
record
what some of
you.
them
It ain't
did?
nothing.
Some of them
But
sold
listen,
the,
what you
the
doing
other
is you're
people,
parroting
I know brothers and
what
sisters.
somebody has told you. You're parroting
They sold the different people.
Islamic,
They sold the
Islamic
different
propaganda, bro.
To
The
who?
Bible hasn't been tampered
To
with. That's
so-called
how
white
we can, brother, have you researched ancient manuscripts? Or are you just believing or reading a book that somebody said? Just because they said it doesn't make it true.
Because by
Yo, let me
calling
tell you
them
something,
that,
man. Love says it's the best religion.
It is not the best religion. Because,
the last religion.
what does the word religion mean? What does the word religion mean? Hold on, what does the word?
So you
doubt
don't
what love
understand what it is.
Yeah, I'm doubting what you're saying.
I called you what you
I'm
want.
doubting what you're saying because there is no such thing
Now,
as
like,
Allah.
you disrespecting me.
There
It is such thing as Allah, bro. So watch your mouth.
There's no
Watch
such,
your
hold
mouth.
on, there's no such
Watch
thing
your
as
mouth,
Allah,
man. Watch your
beloved.
mouth, man.
There's no such
Watch
thing as
your mouth,
Allah.
man.
What? For what?
What you got going on? Nah, man, get in the middle of my religion, man.
First of all,
You can say whatever you want to me, man. Once you get in the middle of my religion, it's a problem.
it don't
man.
matter. That's all.
Fuck you mean Allah don't exist, man?
It don't exist.
You disrespecting me.
Listen, let me tell you something right now.
Nah, you
right?
can't tell me
Let me
nothing,
tell you
man.
something.
Bro, I don't know what you're
What you dealing with as far as Islam, as far as
I don't like how you
Islam,
moving right now, bro. What you mean?
because you got demons on you.
I
You
have
got
demons on
demons.
you. You disrespecting me,
First
nigga.
of all, what
You
does,
just
what
said
does
Allah
Islam-
don't exist.
What does
What
Islam
you
teach?
mean?
What does Islam teach?
You just
said
said
don't
Allah
oppress
don't
your
exist.
neighbor, right?
You said
Does it-
Allah
doesn't-
don't exist.
Doesn't
You
Islam
said
tell
Allah
you?
doesn't exist.
Because God doesn't
What you
exist.
mean? Yes, he do.
Don't you
So
pray?
y'all here,
So when you
y'all
pray to
here
the
promoting
Kaaba,
some bullshit.
when you
That's
pray
what
to the
happened.
Kaaba,
That's what
now
happened.
hold up.
But I
First
guess
of all-
what? Let me
hold
tell you
up,
something.
First of all, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm telling you.
Bro,
Listen,
bro, what you talking about,
we in the open right now, and
what you talking about, man?
it's not gonna end good. But
Let's
listen,
go on. Yo,
huh?
let's step up to the system.
That's what you want to do? You really want to do that?
You made it.
Huh?
Nigga, you opened the window for that just now. What
No,
mean?
you opening the window for it
You
because
open
you're
the
trying
window
to,
for that, man.
listen.
No,
we're not,
you trying
we're
to,
not
you
trying to
trying
be
to double
carnal.
up. You
We're not
trying
trying
to
to
say
be
my
carnal.
You
We're
trying
not
to say
trying
this
to
shit
be
don't
carnal
exist.
with you.
Leave him alone, man.
You know
trying
what
to
I'm
say
saying?
this shit don't exist, nigga. You
We're
just
not
said
trying
it.
to be carnal
Leave
with
him
you.
alone, man.
What you mean?
Leave him alone, man.
But I guess what? I know one thing, right?
What you know?
When something hurt, when you all fucked up, you know what I'm saying?
First of all, I dealt
You
with
all
Muslims.
sick.
I dealt with a lot of
Oh,
Muslims.
now
a
he
lot
want to
tougher
call
than
for
you.
God. Now God
I
exists,
dealt
right?
with no.
Now God exists when you hurt and you
Hold
all
up. I
fucked
dealt
up,
with a
right?
lot of Muslims.
One of
a
your,
lot
one of your
tougher
loved
than
ones
you.
is
Trust me
sick,
when I
right?
tell you,
Then you believe in Allah,
Trust me
right?
when I
Then
tell
you
you.
want to believe in
Let it
God,
go, let
right?
it
You
go,
one of
man.
those type of people.
Let it go, man.
Oh,
Let
God
it
don't
go.
exist, God don't exist. But when you
Let
all
it go.
No, I
fucked up and
believe
you
in the
need
Most
help,
High.
then you want
Let
to
it
say,
go, let it
oh,
go.
I believe in God. Oh, I need God to
Let him
help me.
go. Let him
Come
go.
on,
I
man.
believe in the
Let
Most
him
High.
go. Let
You
him go.
don't.
Let him go.
You believe in an idol.
Let him
You
go.
believe in an idol.
You don't.
Let him
Keep
go.
it
You
moving.
some bullshit.
Keep it moving.
They got you out here on the sidewalk like a fucking clown.
Let him go.
That's why you left and you came back, right?
I wanted to prove this shit to you. That's why I came back.
Ain't nothing to prove, man.
That's what I
I
wanted
just
to come
proved to
back
you
for.
that your
Right here,
that your Quran is bullshit. That's what I
Right here,
proved.
bullshit.
I proved your Quran is
Yo,
bullshit.
Nah, don't tell me nothing, man.
Go ahead,
Don't tell me
man.
nothing, man.
They dropping bombs on you, dropping bombs on your people over there, left and right. Yahweh.
So what? That's not me.
Yahweh is
That's not
killing
me.
them.
I'm speaking for
Yahweh, not
myself.
Allah.
I'm speaking for myself.
Yahweh
I'm
is
speaking for
killing
myself.
them.
We ain't gonna
Yahweh is
speak for
wiping
myself.
all of that out. Wiping all of that out. Yahweh is destroying all of Islam. Yahweh, Almighty. Yahweh.
I shouldn't have you came
You understand?
and spoke to y'all niggas about this shit, bro.
Yahweh destroying everything.
brother.
Everything.
And you've been a Muslim for 2 years. I swear to you.
Man, Come on, man. Let's go.
And I know
Let him
the
go.
book
It
left
don't
and
matter,
right.
man.
Your
It don't
book is
matter,
garbage.
man.
Your
Your
book is
heart is
garbage.
weak. Your heart is weak.
My heart is
Your
strong,
heart is
brother.
weak, man. You think because you know all
Huh?
this shit is supposed
I know a lot.
to put you on a pedestal? It
I'm
don't
trying
mean
to
nothing.
teach you,
It don't
but you
mean
don't want to
nothing, brother.
listen.
It don't
You
mean
don't want to
nothing.
listen. You
It
want to
don't
be
mean nothing.
rebellious and stiff-hearted.
It don't mean nothing. Just because you know so much don't put you on a pedestal, brother.
Let's go, man.
I'm more of a man than you can ever be.
No, you can't.
You silly.
The heretics. The scripture said heretics after the first and second admonition reject.
I got a friend.
You got demons on you, man. You see some bullshit out here, nigga.
How you know
all
what
don't
you
exist?
There's people that profess.
I said, your Allah, what you pray to doesn't exist. You pray to
What you mean?
You pray to the
I pray
Kaaba.
to God, nigga.
You pray to
God.
the Kaaba.
God.
You know what the Kaaba stone is?
So I'm just trying
It's
to
encased
put
in
this out to
silver,
my
right?
people
It's
so
a
that
black
they know.
meteorite that fell out the sky,
What the
right?
British called you,
That's what you
the
pray to,
Dutch,
right?
the
No, we
Spanish,
don't pray to
the
that,
Senegal,
man.
so
We pray in the direction
of
of
the
that.
actual
Okay, and the
term of
Muslims,
what
do they
you
kiss
call
it?
yourself.
Do they kiss it?
It don't matter if they do. It don't matter. It don't
That's
matter.
the type of
It don't matter. It don't matter.
You know what
It don't matter.
your prophet Muhammad,
matter.
right? Did
It
he
don't
not have?
matter,
Did he
bro.
not marry and have sex with a 9-year-old girl?
It don't matter, bro.
Was he a pedophile?
Therefore,
Yes, he
shall
was.
not serve
Yes,
thine
he was.
enemies.
6 years
Where you wanna go with
6
this,
years
brother?
old.
We gonna serve our
Brother,
enemies.
what you talking about?
I'm saying,
6
how
years
deep
old.
you want me to take you?
And consummated the
Into
marriage
your
at the
religion.
age of
I
9.
know all about your religion, and I know how
What's the
false
Lord?
Man, and this shit is false. This shit is false. You
don't- you haven't
niggas worship Jesus. Jesus is not fucking God. Y'all niggas stand up here,
He's the
Jesus
son of
this,
God.
this is this.
He's
Y'all
the son of the
niggas
Heavenly
is
Father.
worshiping Jesus. He's not God.
He's the son of the Heavenly Father.
He's not God. He's not God. He's not the son of nobody, man.
Aren't you the son of the Most High? Are you a son of God? Are
You
you
niggas worshiping Jesus, but you want to talk about?
Are you a
talk
son of
about
God?
talking about Islam?
Are you a son
Y'all
of
niggas
God?
is worshiping Jesus,
Are you
man.
a
He's
son
not
of God?
God.
bro?
He's
Are
not
you a son-
God,
Are you
man.
a son of God?
He's not God.
We're all sons of God.
He's not
The
God.
Most
man.
High said this,
He's
that
not God,
Israel
man.
is my son.
He's not God, man. That's it. Jesus is not
What
God.
does the word God mean?
Jesus is not God, man.
Excuse me, what does the word God mean?
Jesus is not God, man. The signs
The word
evident,
God,
man.
listen.
You can keep bringing up all this
Hold
history,
on.
but it means nothing, bro.
You don't want to
It means
learn,
nothing.
brother. You don't want to
It
learn,
means
you just
nothing.
want to talk. Now,
It means
listen.
nothing, brothers.
Now, when you came up here,
You know what
I
I'm
gave
saying?
you utmost respect, right? You got
on, man.
offended. You got offended, act like
Nah,
you want to
you got
get grounded.
offended, man.
I didn't get
You
offended because I don't.
You
I
said
don't-
we out in the open right now. It's not gonna end good. You threatened me. So I told you, let's step over to the side then. I'm out with all the cameras and shit, bro. You wanted your man to back you up. That's
I
what
don't need
happened, bro.
nobody to back
I'm a
me
grown ass man.
I'm a grown ass
I can
man,
handle
too.
myself, bro.
Listen, let
What
me
you mean?
explain
You
something.
said we out in the
I
open,
just
nigga. You
told
made that statement,
I
bro.
just told you I dealt with a lot more.
You made that
Muslims
statement, bro.
That I dealt with
It don't matter.
imams,
It doesn't
brother.
matter. It doesn't matter if you dealt with an imam or a Muslim. It does not matter. It don't matter.
And
What is
I
that
handle
supposed to mean?
myself. What
What
I'm
is that
telling
supposed to
you is
mean?
that you like
What's that
work.
supposed to mean?
You like work, man.
So you wanna go
You
find
like work,
out?
huh? I don't want to get
What you wanna
carnal
go
with you.
find
Like I
out?
said, it
You wanna go
won't
find
end.
out?
It won't end good.
What you
I
wanna
don't want to
find
get
out?
carnal with you. You know
What
what
you
I'm
wanna
saying?
find out?
I'm not your enemy, beloved.
What you wanna
That's what I'm
find
trying to see. Now you want to go to war. That's what Islam teaches you, right?
But you just told me that,
Islam
nigga. You said
teaches-
I'm light work. So
I
let's
said
go
you are
find out.
light work. Mentally. I'm a mental warrior, brother. You ain't get it yet?
Bro, what's your, bro,
You ain't get it?
Bro, what are you out here trying to promote?
What we doing is we teaching the end of the world. If you don't
What
repent,
about the end of the
listen,
world? What
if you
about the end
don't
of
if
the
you don't repent and come out of Islam and denounce Islam and denounce the Quran, the
Bro,
Most
I'll
High when He
smack the shit out
return.
you, bro,
See, there you go with the bullshit. See, that's why I told you what I told you.
Therefore shall
That's why I
not
told
serve
you what I
thine
told you.
enemies.
Then you've seen it
First
from a
sin
lot.
against thee,
All right, then
and
keep it moving.
hunger, and
Keep it
in
moving.
thirst, and in
You can't hurt me.
nakedness.
You can't hurt me. You can't even kill me, man. You can't even kill me. I know, you're not a real Muslim. You're not a real Muslim. If you was a real Muslim, you're not a real Muslim, brother. You ain't no jihadist, man. Get out of here, man. That's what? That's your jihad? That's your jihad? That's your jihad? Huh? That's your jihad?
My man's was here. We probably would have jumped you, nigga, for
Come
saying
on,
that shit
man.
out your
You ain't
mouth.
jumping nothing, nigga. Come on,
That's
man.
serious.
You dealing with a, let me say something. You dealing with a G
You
right
holding
now.
a, bro, you not no G.
Come on, man. I don't gotta prove myself to you, homie. Trust me when I tell
talking about,
you.
bro?
Trust me when I tell you. And you wanna get
You out here
carnal.
talking down on Islam, bro.
No, because I'm trying to,
don't
I'm
exist,
trying,
nigga.
I said
How
your,
the
I
fuck are
said
you?
your
How
God
the fuck are
doesn't
you
exist.
trying to spread any message, nigga? God do exist, nigga.
I said your God.
What God? Who's God? What are you talking
your
about?
God that
You
you
believe in
worship,
Jesus,
brother.
niggas.
No.
You believe in Jesus. That's the problem.
We don't believe in Jesus.
Yes, you do. And you believe
just
that
told
God,
you,
and you
I
believe
just
that
told
Jesus
you
is
I don't
God,
believe in
and you
Jesus.
believe in Jesus is God.
I just
Yes,
told
you
you I
do.
don't believe that. You
Yes, you
just,
do.
I'm not a Christian.
Yes, you do. So what
Your
are you?
argument is a
What are you
Christian
arguing?
argument.
What are you?
I'm a Hebrew
Thou
Israelite.
shalt
You never heard of
Exactly,
Hebrew Israelites?
exactly,
You ever heard of
exactly.
the
And
Hebrew
another
Israelites?
man
Exactly
shall
my
lie
point.
with
You ever seen?
Exactly
you
my
from New
point.
York. I know you seen
Exactly my
Israelites.
point. You niggas don't worship God. Y'all worship some other shit, man.
We
Y'all worship
the
an
Heavenly
idol.
Father. We don't
Y'all
worship
worship
what idol?
idols.
What idol? Which one?
That worship an
Show
idol,
me the
man, and
idol.
false scriptures and shit, man.
What
That's
idol?
what y'all
We
do,
worship the
man.
Most
Y'all
High
bring
Spirit
down
and
other,
truth.
y'all bring down other religions, man. You niggas
on.
oppose God. That's what you do.
we
That's
worship
what your
the
goal
Most High in
is. You
spirit and
oppose
in
God.
truth,
You
brother.
oppose God,
The
and you
Most High
oppose
in
the word of
spirit
God.
and in truth.
That's the problem.
You know
You
what I'm saying?
oppose God and you oppose the word of God, man.
We
That's the
worship the
problem.
Most High in spirit and in truth. We don't worship idols. We don't worship statues.
Y'all oppose God and the word of God, man.
You don't even
So
know
when I
what we're
when I
dealing with.
came over here, your whole goal was to try to divert me from my religion and
I don't care if you
and try
want
to
to
install this bullshit
No,
in
no,
my
no,
head,
no.
man.
Listen,
That's
Thou
what
shalt
happened.
build a
the
house.
Most High knows who
That's
is
what
elect.
happened.
Let me say this.
Come on, man.
Let me say this. The Most High knows who is elect,
on, man.
right? Even you said it. There's certain elect that's gonna go to paradise, right? Everything's preordained. So now, hold on.
You know what's crazy?
You never let me talk. You ain't letting me talk. So now you're being
bro?
disrespectful. That's why I had to
You
come at you
disrespected me.
disrespectful.
You
No,
disrespect my
I'm
religion. I shouldn't even
gonna, because the scriptures say this.
I
The
shouldn't even
scriptures say this, and I like you. You know what I'm saying?
I like you
you,
too.
but the scriptures say this. The scriptures say this, right? The scriptures say this. Make your forehead hard against their forehead. So of course we ain't gonna back down if we the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't want to get carnal with you. But and if I was to bring you to your iman and let him know what you did, he would be upset. He would tell
I don't
you
have
that
to
you're
answer to him
wrong.
on the day of Qiyamah. It don't
He
matter.
would have
I wouldn't have to
that
answer
you're
someone
wrong,
today.
though. He would have told you that you're
He's
wrong.
not God. The Imam is not God. He just leads the prayer, man. He's in charge of the masjid. He has no status, man. What are you talking about, man?
You read the hadith?
I don't answer to
You read the
him.
hadith?
I don't answer to
You read the
him.
hadith?
I'm not gonna answer to him on the day
You
of
read the
Qiyamah.
hadith?
You know what I'm saying? When the angel of death come see me, I'm not. The Imam is not gonna be there.
Do you read the
man?
hadith?
Yeah, I read the hadith.
Okay, what color was Muhammad according to the hadith?
Brother, he was light.
Take all your animals so that you couldn't provide anything. So,
Good, I'm glad to hear it.
okay.
Shit is crazy, bro.
What's crazy about it?
What y'all doing?
We trying to
man?
tell you that
Shit is
we
this
trying
shit
to
is
tell
this
you
shit is
that
crazy,
the
man.
prophets of God were black.
Bro, listen, bro.
That's what
Yeah, the house ain't the door.
Allah is described as light. He has no human form, man. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Only the prophet had human form, man.
Right. Well,
Can I ask you a question?
they had, that
Shit is
happened.
Why is there no mention of Muhammad?
I'm saying, like, I don't even, yo, why people like y'all, like, I
Prior to,
don't understand why people like y'all do shit like this, man.
To like,
This shit is, like, it's
60
crazy.
years after he died.
What is the initial goal that y'all trying
Thine
to
ox shall be slain before thine
What is
eyes,
your initial goal about
and
doing
thou
this?
shalt not eat
Tell me
thereof.
that. Tell me that.
Hold on,
Thine ass,
Answer my question.
and
Because I was
thine
telling
ass
you.
shall be
What is your
violently
initial
taken
goal?
away
You was
from
actually
you
talking at the same time, but you've been doing a
Bro,
lot.
what is your initial
from
goal
before
about
thy
doing this?
Our
face.
initial goal is, you see
It
that
shall not
sign
be
right
restored
there?
to thee.
The 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called nigga West Indian Puerto Ricans, like you said you was black.
Where's the goal?
Actually, you're the real Jew. The
All right,
real
but bro,
Jews
what
are
are you
black.
trying to push?
I'm trying. Can I answer your question, beloved?
Because so far, bro, you done talk down on religion. You talking about God don't exist.
I said your God don't exist. The God that you worship doesn't exist because you're following a false religion.
I'm not forcing
That's like
the best religion.
that's
This
like
the last religion.
that's
Allah said it.
okay. Now let me ask you this: what does the word religion mean?
What does it mean? You tell me.
The word religion means to hold back, keep down, and restrain. The Most High God did not give us
Thy
religion.
sheep
He gave
shall
us
be
laws,
given
statutes,
unto
and
thy
commandments.
enemies.
So now where do you find the laws, statutes, and commandments? You find them in the Bible. Whether or not you believe or you've been taught that the Bible's been tampered with, which is a lie, because we have the most
It is
ancient,
not a lie. It's
we
the
have,
truth.
brother, you know how, you know what it's,
Brother, it's
you know
the
what,
truth.
you know that some of the most ancient manuscripts on the planet Earth right now, you know what they are?
How much is
You know what they are?
Ghana in debt
The
to
Bible.
European nations in America?
There's ancient manuscripts of the Bible that go back 3,000 years. And you know what they found when they discovered these manuscripts? They discovered them in the 70s. Really, no. I think it was in the 40s actually. And when they opened the manuscripts up and they compared them to what they have today, they match verbatim, word for word. The Bible is the most accurate book on the planet, man. From antiquity. They have the most ancient manuscripts, thousands of years old manuscripts, over 20,000 manuscripts. That's why I said, how many ancient manuscripts does the Quran have? They have 4. And when they checked those 4 ancient manuscripts, they didn't come from Uthman. They were written at a later date. And all 4 of them had textual differences. And neither one of them had the whole Quran in it,
Thy
man.
fruit of thy land.
How many
and
surahs
all
in the
thy
Quran?
labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
Those manuscripts had, I believe, 41 surahs. And I believe the Quran goes what is like 100 or something, right? Something like that. if I'm not
nation that
mistaken.
you know it's not.
But this is a fact, beloved.
Came from where
And you can look this up.
I'm not saying that you
This is what they call the information age, right? You can look it up. Go on YouTube and look this up, man.
You ain't know nothing about
Islam is the Arab man religion.
That's my point.
The Arab, first of all, do you know that the Arab, hold up, do you know that the Arab, hold up, you know that the
Bro, that's
Arab,
enough, that's enough, bro.
hold up, you know that Arab,
brother,
you know
that's
that,
enough, that's
let me just say this one last
I'm not
thing.
gonna lie, bro. Nah,
You know, let me just say this one last thing. The Arabs are the ones that sold our people into slavery to the so-called white people for monthly guns and wine, man. The Arabs ain't your people, beloved. They're your enemies.
See what I'm saying? Read. Y'all know it's not. Read.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
So they was taking the fruit of your land, and they was oppressing and crushing the Ashanti people. To this day, they have nowhere near the power they had before the British Empire came. Right?
Keep rolling.
All right, read.
So that thou shalt be made for the sight of thy enemies which thou shalt see. The Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sword botch that cannot be held.
So they came also with sicknesses and diseases, right? So no, hold on. Bro, say that me and your people and my people never interacted, right? So when we come around, we trade the germs that our bodies never see. I'm not asking you, did you have certain sicknesses that y'all can deal with? Y'all in Africa, they brought what they brought. They brought syphilis. That's a killer. I'm not saying what y'all have. I'm saying, listen, I'm just bringing a point, right? And they brought disease. Where Ebola came from?
Ebola is like
no, Ebola has been proven to be made in a lab. How many of these false Christian, what they call those doctors? Doctors of faith, whatever the hell. You know when the so-called white men come in, they say they help the Africans. How many times have they got in trouble for spreading shit, giving people vaccines they wasn't supposed to, experimenting with vaccines on people in Africa? How many times did that happen? A lot. They was kicked out of certain countries when the Ebola crisis was happening because presidents of African countries and governments of African countries said that it was them spreading it. Now also, hold on, the president of Chad, what did he kick out French doctors?
I don't know.
He kicked them out because they were stealing kids' organs. They was kidnapping children and stealing their organs. So I'm trying to tell you that they the ones that come with stuff. You understand? And corrupt your people and praying for your people. So the Bible says that your people was going to have sores and lots of sicknesses that cannot be cured. You know why it couldn't be cured?
Say that again, brother.
Your people didn't know how to deal with those germs.
You got one.
Get it? The germs that they brought.
Oh, where can you go to study?
They brought.
You got to look on the
People
paper.
didn't know how to deal with it, right?
We got a YouTube page and
And they killed a lot of people, right? So syphilis wasn't killing.
ISUPK. I mean, we both teach the Bible.
You heard the chicken pox? You heard the chicken pox?
Yeah, we're the Hebrew Israelites. Yeah. Those are our brothers, you know what I'm saying? So you have a brother?
Right?
Yeah. But I'm saying those are our brothers, you know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
You know, those are our brothers. So they good brothers, you know what I'm saying? So they teach us. So you follow ISUPK? Alright, cool. There's nothing wrong with that.
Alright, now check this out. Is your people going through sores, sicknesses, that
You
cannot
gotta
be
wake
cured?
up to your nationality. One of these days you gotta
Bruh, I'm talking about your people right now. I'm not talking about
You can't sit on
everybody.
the sidelines forever.
Everybody got shoes
saying? You
on.
gotta come
But
to
I'm asking you
Connecticut,
what
you
kind
gotta
of
come
shoes
to
your
school,
people
you gotta
wear. I'm
learn
not
the
talking about
scriptures.
everybody. If I say your people wear Nike, you gonna tell me everybody wear Nike. Bro, I'm asking about your people. Read on.
He gave you a paper?
And that cannot
Well,
be
you could go
held
to,
from
like I
the
said, you could
sole
go and watch the classes
of thy
on
foot
YouTube.
onto the top of thy head.
So there were sicknesses
We got a
that
YouTube
happened to your
page.
people.
You gotta
Soles
subscribe
of
to
their
our
foot to the
YouTube.
top of their head that could not be cured right away.
Yeah.
It happened. Read it. It happened. Read it.
The Lord shall bring thee and
We don't
thy
gotta argue
king.
about every little point. Go ahead.
The Lord shall bring thee and thy king which thou shalt set over thee unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
You ever seen the movie Roots?
Yeah.
Who was Kunta Kinte? No, before he was enslaved. He wasn't a slave, he was enslaved. Enslaved. He's a prince from where? He's a prince from? Right, exactly. Exactly. I thought
You
he
got
was
a lot of
from
Christianity,
Ashanti.
man. You gotta stop following them Christians,
The
man.
point being
They don't
is
know the
that
scriptures.
they're not young people.
They
When
don't know
was
the Bible,
enslaved,
brother.
they didn't care. They
Go
took
to this.
princes
Go
and
to
all.
type in.
Right?
You type in ISUPK.
So the Lord shall take you there from time.
Yeah.
The Lord
Why
shall
you not
bring
following
thee
ISUPK?
and thy king, which thou shalt set
Why you
over
not
thee.
So all
subscribe
your
to it?
this the prince, they care
Yeah,
about
that's
the royalty,
Cesario.
nothing.
Cesario. Yeah, he
On
been
the
bugging.
nation,
Why
where
you
even
not
thou
subscribed to
nor
his
thy
channel, man? You gotta hit
fathers
the
have known.
So when I asked our forefathers about who are these people, I don't know these people with this flag. Like,
Your brother in the
you
truth?
understand?
Yes.
I've seen
Okay.
these so-called white people before, but we don't know this nation.
And there shall thy serve other gods.
And there, when you got in this country, you serving other gods.
Oh, he went
So you
ISUPK.
forgot about the one from
Okay,
heaven
alright, so-
that gave your people the footstool to rule, and you started serving what?
Subscribe to our channel, though, man.
Where's the? See that? See that? Bruh, is he in that book? In this book? Is he in that book? That man right there. Is he in this book? Was your people?
Philo book?
Was your wait? Listen.
What you mean, why? That book costs money, man.
Bruh, you're not listening. You giving me points that I'm going to disprove if you work with me. But you already I'm showing you they brought that white man to Africa too. If they brought listen, bro, let me show you something.
Yeah, that's this guy didn't exist.
Why do we put horns on this? Why do we put horns in these 666? Why do we do that? We read out the Bible, right? Why?
But the idea of the devil came from Europe.
What?
The idea of the devil came from Europe.
I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something that you don't know. What does devil mean? Exactly. You don't know. So you don't know what you're talking about. Devil means deceiver. All this is Hebrew words that's translated. What does NASA mean? Yep, not the acronym. The word NASA. Not the National Aeronautical Space Agency. Not the acronym. You see any dots in between? There's no dots in between. So it's not really an acronym, is it? Because to be an acronym, you have to put the dots, right?
I don't know.
Yes, man, you know what an acronym is, man. You know what an acronym is. An acronym, every letter has dots in between. You're a smart guy. You're a smart guy. You know what an acronym is. So, that being said, why does it just spell the same NASA? NASA is a Hebrew word meaning to deceive. What does devil mean? Deceiver. So you right now, you showing on your shirt?
Yeah, but to answer your question,
The
right,
devil. That's the devil on your
what he
shirt.
meant by that was that because you're Levi, right? The ancient Levites were the priests, so they dealt with the ceremonies and the sacrifices of the Most High on the right hand side. But because of captivity,
That's
and
what I was
because
showing
we
you.
broke the laws of the
I
Most
was
High,
showing you before you question
Levi has
something
lost that
or you
honor
say your feelings
for
or what you
how to
think.
serve the Most
Look
High.
it up. That's what
Now
I'm
they
saying to
serve-
you, bro.
they serve the Satan on
All
the
right, but
right
that's cool, bro.
sacrifices
Trayvon Martin was wearing that sweater.
and you know what I'm saying? And animals to
Yeah.
idols and stuff like that. And they deal with that voodoo.
Right.
But, that's what it meant.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. I'm not being funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna word it the best way that I can. I'm not being funny. Asking you a literal question. Why do you care about what happened to Trayvon Martin? That's not what else. Happens all the time. What about Trayvon Martin? Oh, so why do you care about Black America?
Alright, what can't be?
Not you, Black America. You see that? You tell me he's not an Israelite. You tell me it's not an Israelite. This is an Israelite. That's not true.
You gotta be out here doing the work. How many people have you taught?
That you care about.
How many people have you taught?
You mean, and I'm showing you this. The reason why
That's not good enough.
Black
It's
America.
not good enough. Facebook.
We didn't fuck with million people.
But anybody can do that.
No, not anybody.
You gotta come out. No, you gotta come out here in the street.
That's right.
Facebook ain't good enough, man.
No, not anybody can do that.
Facebook is nothing but confusion. Everybody want to argue and talk shit to each other behind the keyboard. And no, but how? First of all, you said you're free. Who taught you? Who taught you?
So that means check this out. Check this out. Finish this. Yeah. Because I'm showing you
Who
something.
taught you?
All these things happen.
Before you become a priest, hold up. You know what the word priest means? It means a preacher or a teacher. So before you could be a teacher of other men,
So what's the
you have
wood
to
and
be
stone
taught.
that we've been taught?
You cannot be a teacher and
So
think
maybe
that
you
you're going to
didn't come
teach
over
other
here
men
and worship.
and you can't be taught.
But
You
guess
have to be
what?
taught
Your
first.
forefathers that was taken on the ships.
You have to have an elder. Who's your elder?
Right or
You have an
wrong?
elder?
I don't. So I just watch
Yeah, they was
people
forced.
on
They run
YouTube,
here.
you know.
So you go to
Okay,
Africa
that's
today.
When I go to church, when I go to church,
Yeah.
so when the pastor
So they still
preach,
forcing
I
them
go
people
to
to worship
YouTube. I
this.
saw someone who teach.
Hey,
you
you're
know,
good.
I
Come
watch
here like a
people on
man.
restaurant.
Come like a man and say.
Prove your point.
Step in the lion's den. He's all right. He's all right.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, and a proverb, and a byword.
So that's the point right there. We've become
This
an
for YouTube,
astonishment.
right?
You said Trayvon Martin
told you, subscribe to my
represents
channel,
what's
man.
happening to Black America.
Hebrew Israelite Sanctuary.
You are
Make sure
astonished
you
at
hit that subscribe button.
how we act ourselves in the condition that we
All
are.
right, man. You be easy, man. Be safe out here.
Astonishment. What's happening?
Right?
Astonishment, a proverb.
Proverb. So a proverb is people say things about us. They be like, if you want to hide anything from a black man, you put it in a. Finish that for me. If you want to hide anything from a black man, you put it in a book. A book. You heard it before?
I mean,
You heard that before?
okay, I've heard it.
You heard it before. So that's a proverb. It's like a wise saying. So they being wise asses. You know why? Because the greatest book in the world is this book right here. Whether you know it or not, this book is the most given away book, but yet the most sold book in earth. How is that? Does that make sense? It's showing you how special this book is. X out the so-called white man. He has nothing to do with this. I'm gonna show you. Read. You can't deny how special this book is.
And
You can't
thou,
deny it. Read.
and thou shalt become an astonishment,
You just been taught wrong about this. That's all. Read.
a proverb, and a byword.
In a byword. So they call our people these things, right? And they call Jew Ashanti, which is a corruption of what you called yourself when you created a new kingdom. That was the name of your kingdom. But what was the name of the individual tribes that gathered together? The four Ashanti. We had different names, right? So you should look into that, what their names were. Read. You should look into it. You do know the names.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is the...
We have that's where we're from.
Beyonce?
We also have different clans, right? So we're all part of
Does your clans call their names by their forefathers? So usually the name of your clan derives from an ancestor, right?
So
right?
we believe we came out of the ground and we came out of the forest.
You came out the ground?
And the forest. So, each clan is associated with a different animal.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we all have.
You know what else was associated with animals? These people right here. Judah, the lion. Naphtali, the antelope. Impala. You see that? Same thing here, bro. Same thing right here. Ephraim, the unicorn, or what they call a rhino, right? What you call a rhino. Read on. You see that? You see the connections? You said they came out the ground. The Bible says we came out the ground.
Yo,
read. They was formed the dust of the earth.
Yo,
right?
bro.
All right, read. You don't believe nothing different in this book. But you've been taught that everybody in this book look like this. I'm gonna show you it's not true. Read. Read.
And a
This is why
byword,
he's the devil. Read.
and a byword among all nations.
Among all nations, that's how they treat us, just like Trayvon Martin. Right or wrong? All nations treat us like that. Then you heard about what happened down the street? The Chinese did what they did to your people. Read. All of them will treat us like that.
Whether the
You know
Lord
they still trading your people in Mauritania as slaves, in Libya as slaves, right in the continent of Africa. They selling y'all for what was it, $50 or some shit?
Yeah, I'm aware.
You know what I'm saying? You know about it. Read.
Whether the Lord shall lead thee,
Wherever the Lord shall lead you, you're gonna go through these problems. Read.
thou shalt carry